Hello everyone, hello everybody, my name is J.A.S, but you may call me Game. I think we all know that. And welcome back to Hearthstone. I decided to do another run because I don't really have anything else single player right now besides Mass Effect 2, and I kind of want to have something for you guys that is not Mass Effect 2. Plus, I feel like I'd have more fun with this. Okay, anyway, I'm going to do another arena run. I'm going to play a different class. Every single time I will play a different class, unless I can't, in which case, then, well, that sucks for me. So, here we go. Allow me in. Oh, sweet. That's actually very handy. I did actually want to play a druid, so the fact that he is there is really nice. Now, just so we'll all know what each of their abilities are.
Watch your back.
She can... This is the rogue, and she can equip a 1/2 dagger. It has 1 damage and 2 durability. Rogue is all about dicking with minions, essentially, and it's not great. Gul'dan, we all know, is the warlock.
Your soul shall be mine!
The big guy that was from last time. You draw... Take a bit of damage, but you still draw. I just have to check something really quick. Okay, this is just to give you a good example of my options. And now, Malfurion Stormrage, the Druid.
I must protect the wild.
The reason why I like this guy is, first off, his ability is very handy. You get +1 attack, so he essentially acts as a 1-attack creature. Minion, whatever you want to call him. And he also gets +1 armor, and that basically acts as damage negation. Think of it as like a bit of extra health, essentially. Now, the other reason why I really like the Druid is because, first off, I'm a big fan of customization in video games, and it's one of the things that really gets me to play them. But with the Druid in this, they have choose one cards, and hopefully I'll get a couple to show off. But what they do is very interesting. They basically give you an option of you either do this or you do this. So quite frankly, I find them to be very interesting cards. So, Druid it shall be. Alrighty. Okay, we got some good cheap cards here. Nice. Now, let's see, Light Warden, whenever a character is healed, gain +2 attack. That would be good, but that would be a bit better for a priest deck. The Priestess is nice, though. At the end of your turn, give another random friendly minion +1 health. I don't think I'm gonna need the Murloc Tidecaller, really, so I'm very sorry, Mr. Tidecaller. There we go. Ooh, some nice ones as well. Hey, plus, that is a choose one card. Oh, but these are all very good ones. The Wisp is a 0. It's always nice to have a 0 minion. The Dalaran Mage is really handy because of the spell damage. I learned that spell damage buffs like that actually affect everything. I'm not going to pick him because I want to get the choose one card, because that is pretty damn handy. But say a spell does 3 damage. If you have spell damage +1 from your minions, that will instead do 4, so it's actually very handy, but I'm going to take Mark of Nature, because +4 health and taunt or +4 attack, that's pretty damn good, and it's going to be pretty damn handy to have. Ooh. Okay. Now, got Reckless Rocketeer, which is a charge. It's pretty good. Basically, it can attack immediately. Battle Cry, Stormpike Commando, good if there's a 2 health on the field. But Solo the Forest is nice, especially when I have a lot. So, Death Rattle is basically doing something when it dies, and it'll summon a 2/2 Trent, so I'm going to take this, because I have more than 3, then I get some pretty handy little minion assists. Alright, another Mark of Nature, a Thralmar Farseer. I'm probably going to be taking that guy. He's a Wind Fury, he's very cheap. But the Elven Archer is handy because of that deal 1 damage ability, and I feel like I should have a good couple of ones in my deck. Then again, the Mark of Nature is always good. This is a tough pick. I'm going to take Mark of Nature again. I think it'd be good to have at least 2 of those. Ooh, and Wrath. Oh, this is gonna be a lot of spells. Oh god. So with Wrath, it's another choose one. Deal 3 damage to a minion, or 1 damage and draw a card. So that's gonna be handy for in case I have little low cards. Loot Hoarder, I get to draw a card when it dies. Stormwind Knight is a nice charge, essentially. But it's not great, so I'm gonna take Wrath. Alright, so we got a Taunt. That'd be good to have. Another Soul of the Forest. And a Wisp. The Shield Bearer was helpful in some cases, and not so great in others, so... Shield Bearer it shall be. I feel like it would be handy to have in the deck. Oh, wow. Oh, wow. I want to get the Molten Giant in my hand, because... it's really cool. The Molten Giant, okay, it's got a 20 cost, which is insane. But for every point of damage you take, it costs 1 less. I'm probably not going to take it, and I'll probably go for the Mountain Giant to sort of fit the Druid theme. But the cool thing about the Molten Giant is, you're at 10 health, and I'm pretty sure that thing costs 0, and you get an 8/8 on the field. So, that's pretty damn cool, but I'm going to probably take the Mountain Giant, because I might be getting a lot of cards in my hand. So, Mountain Giant it shall be. Alright. Alright, we got another Mark in Nature, but we also got Dark Iron Dwarf, which gives a minion +2 attack for that turn, and a Dread Corsair. I don't really have weapons, so Dread Corsair is practically useless. I think I have enough Mark in Natures already, so a Dark Iron Dwarf I'm probably going to have, because that's a pretty good all-around card. It's a 4 cost, 4/4, so that's really nice. I'm taking Swipe in this set. And it gives a minion +2 attack, so... put that on, say, a really big beefy guy like this, or even something weak but can still hit that turn. That's gonna be handy. Now, Swipe, deal 4 damage to an enemy and 1 damage to all other enemies. This is gonna be very handy for when the opponent has a lot of minions on the field. Gurubashi Berserker is pretty damn good. Whenever it takes damage, gain +3 attack. And the Nightblade is handy as well. Deal 3 damage to the enemy hero, always 3 damage. Very nice. But this Swipe is probably going to be a bit more useful. Okay. Stampeding Kodo. And Alarmobot. Oh, that's pretty cool, actually. At the start of your turn, swap this minion with a random one in your hand. So that'd be good for cards that are for minions that are a bit more expensive, like the Mountain Giant. Give me a bit of... show a bit of threat on the field. The Stampeding Kodo looks pretty helpful, but it doesn't fit for me. And Savagery, it does damage equal to your attack to a minion. And since that attack buff only lasts for that turn, that's a no. So I'm going to take this Alarmobot. Oh, okay, a Power of the Wild. Give your minions +1/+1 or summon a 3/2 Panther. Probably going to be taking that. The Dark Iron Dwarf would be nice, but then again, this is pretty damn nice. That's completely out of the question here. So Power of the Wild it shall be. Because, you know, with Dark Iron Dwarf, it costs 2 more and it'll only give attack to 1. With this, I can give everything +1 attack and +1 health, or I can summon a 3/2 Panther. So that's pretty nice to me. Now, let's see. Jungle Panther is nice, but Stealth is meh. Murloc Tidehunter would be good to get a little bit of a swarm on the field. So, and this essentially gives 3/2, essentially. Spread over 2. They're very weak, but... Grimscale Oracle is completely useless for this deck. Because I'm not focusing on Murlocs. But Jungle Panther is nice. Stealthy, 3 damage. I feel like I had too many stealths in my deck. I don't think I had a lot, but... screw it, I'm gonna take the Tidehunter. Okay, War Golem, Ironfur Grizzly, and Claw. That's gonna be a no, I'm very sorry. War Golem, I haven't really used this card, but it's pretty damn solid. Gives 7 health. It has a 7 health. It's a 7/7, and it costs 7. Ironfur Grizzly, though, is a nice cheap one, and I feel like it would help. Oh, wow. Whenever this minion takes damage, draw a card. I'm not going to really focus on mine, so let's see. Booty Bay Bodyguard would be good as well, but the Ironfur Grizzly would also be handy to have. Okay, Soul of the Forest, once again. I think I'm good with one of those. Raging Worgen, Wind Fury, and +1 attack. That is going to be a definite. If I get that, Wrath, and Mark of Nature, I can essentially damage it if I can. I'm pretty sure I can because it doesn't specify enemy minion. But that's a point of damage to him, which causes his enrage. I draw an extra card, and if I have this on, that gets an extra +4 attack. So that would be an 8 Wind Fury, so I'm going to be taking that. Oh, I just got one of these, actually, recently, Flesh-Eating Ghoul, which would be good if there's a lot of minions getting killed. Oh, but Ancient Brewmaster is really nice. It's a nice solid card, and you return a friendly minion from the battlefield to your hand. I have a lot of 3s in this deck. I'll take the Brewmaster, though. Ooh, okay. Youthful Brewmaster, essentially a cheaper version of the Ancient Brewmaster. Druid of the Claw. I can make it charge and do a nice 4 points of damage. Or I can make it a bit of a taunt. Stats are okay. But I'm probably going to be taking this Druid of the Claw in case I need a quick charger. Innervate, Swipe. Okay. Stormpike Commando, I'm probably not going to pick you. Innervate is a good card, gain a bit of extra mana crystals. This is basically a better version of the coin card, and I like having that in my deck. So I really want one of those. Plus it's a freebie, so... Oh, wow. Oh, wow. Adjacent minions have +1 attack, so that's the minions on the sides. Mogu Shan Warden. A 1/7 taunt that costs 4. Okay, well that's weapon has +2 attack. So that's gonna be a no. I wanna have some taunts in this deck. I don't got a lot specifically taunt. I have 1, 2, 3. I have 3. So I'm gonna be taking that. Not only that, but it's got a lot of health, so it'd be a nice taunt to have. Okay. Ooh, Sunwalker with Divine Shield. That's probably going to get in this deck. Whenever you cast a spell, gain +2 attack this turn. Ooh, Mind Control Tech. If your opponent has 4 or more minions, take control of one at random. That would be nice, and a Sunwalker's nice, but I'm probably going to take the Sunwalker because even if it doesn't get hit... First time the minion takes damage, it's ignored, so I really want that. Plus, it's a good anti-priest one, essentially. Because it just is. Because Shadow Ward Pain and Shadow Ward Death are 2 priest spells. Shadow Ward Pain kills anything with less than 4. Shadow Ward Death kills anything with more than 4. So it's pretty damn handy. And out of all these, I'm probably going to take Power of the Wild. Nice little minion, and just a way to just buff mine. Okay, Voodoo Doctor, Razorfin Hunter. I realize I don't have any methods of healing in this deck. Besides that, but then again, that's just friendly minion and not me's per se. So I probably am going to be taking that. The Razorfin Hunter is good because you get some minions. The Mad Bomber's nice, but it does damage randomly split between every other character, you included, so that's going to be a no. And I want to have some cheapies, some cheaps, so Voodoo Doctor, get in this deck. I have room for 8 more, Wind Fury Harpy, and Ogre Magi. Okay. I don't want the Booty Bay Bodyguard. The Wind Fury Harpy, I wasn't able to use it in the last deck because that was all discards. The Ogre Magi is nice though, I do want to have that in my deck. And I do essentially have a Wind Fury, but it's only under special conditions. I like the Wind Fury Harpy. It's a good, solid, really. So, yeah. War Golem, Stone Tusk Boar. It's a nice, basic card. Good for Just a quick point of damage. Wolf Rider's good. In case I need a quick... Excuse me, in case I need a quick kill. Let's see. I am going to pick the Wolf Rider. It hits harder, essentially, even though they're the same. Ooh. Naturalize. Destroy a minion, but my opponent draws 2 cards. Archmage, spell damage +1, or a taunt. I'm taking the Archmage. I want to have that extra spell damage. And there's another Archmage, but the Boulderfist Ogre is a very solid card. It would clash well with Mark of Nature. They're good, just sort of clashy clash. Because it's a decent average, like nicely balanced card. So, Boulderfist Ogre, come on in, man. Come on in. Okay. That's completely useless. Dark Iron Dwarf would be nice. The Taunt would be nice. Though the Dark Iron Dwarf would be good to me. Okay, Dalaran Mage with spell damage, another War Golem, or the Venger Co Mercenary. Yeah, that's a no. I don't want the minions to be a bit too expensive, and that's just not going to be great for this Mountain Giant, so that's a big no. Dalaran Mage, come on in. Ooh, Cobalt Geomancer, very basic one. Savage Roar, that's really nice. Probably going to be taking Savage Roar. I have a lot of 3s in this deck. God. But all characters +2 attack, so that's just a nice walloping. Whether it's not many or a lot. So, getting here, Savage Roar. I want to have that spell. Last card. Ancient Watcher can't attack. So that would be good if I buff it with Taunt. Essentially. But it's kind of useless overall to me. Crazed Alchemist, that would be nice in case I just need to hit something with a piss ton of damage, I guess. And Bloodlight Oracle, Cold Light Oracle. I really like the Crazed Alchemist. I saw it in a video. And I feel like if, just in case of, say, anything, it'd be good. It goes great with that. Just do 7 points of damage instantly, as long as it doesn't get hit. So, I'm going to be taking that. So, my deck, once again. Will this work well? Who knows? I got a lot of 3s in this deck. Let's see how it goes.